Hi, and welcome to the Lemonade Car Show on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Lorraine Sommerfeld. Tonight, as always, we'll be answering all of your car-related questions. The Lemonade Car Show is brought to you by OMVIC, Ontario's vehicle sales regulator, and produced by the Automobile Protection Association. The APA is a consumer association. It's membership-based and non-profit, so we benefit you, the consumer. You can reach us at apa.ca or by phone at 416-204-1444. Joining me today is Chris Wood. He's with Excellence Auto Collision, and John Raymond. He's an industry consultant. You can reach us this evening at 800-968-7836. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Chris, nice to have you back this season. Thank you for coming in. Chris Wood is a body guy. We have you on tonight. I love the timing of this, actually, as we're coming. We had snow starting a couple of days ago. Yeah. So you're the guy to ask all the body questions tonight. That's why we've got you on. And Ellie be on in a few minutes. But first, John, you've got some industry news and some things going on.
Industry news. There's several recalls that have just been announced. One of them, or actually two of them, are with Hyundai. One is on a 2011 Sonata. Engine issues. It's only a certain range of vehicles, and owners should have got their notices. And if there's a big noise, they will be replacing part of your engine. So, and there's one on Elantra, and there's also a similar one on Honda.
What year Elantra? Just for some of us?
I think 06. I think it's 06 to 09.
Just
the APA has that information, or you could go onto Transport Canada's website or call your Hyundai dealer. And today there was also a recall 450,000 Ford Fusions in the States.
Really?
For another issue, too, fuel tank issue. So that's probably about 30,000 cars in Canada. And I guess recalls, as we've talked about before, are good. And we highly recommend that the APA, and we have on this show, that as a driver, you should consult with your dealers from time to time and find out if your vehicle is subject to recalls and bring it in, because they're free and they improve not only your driving experience and your safety, but also your resale value.
What's going on with the airbags, the Takata airbags? I know they're replacing them in the warmer states first because it's a moisture issue. Are they replacing in Canada yet? Are they going to? It's affected almost every brand.
Takata is the largest airbag producer. It actually crosses all brands. They're not necessarily Korean or Japanese or American or European. It's a huge recall. It's more of an issue in the southern U.S. because of humidity and dry humidity. It will be coming. And once again, when they have the airbags, and that's the issue. How are they going to make this many airbags?
Because it felt like we heard so much 3 months ago. It was everywhere that your airbag's going to kill you. And all of a sudden it went away real quiet because they don't have anything to replace them with.
That's correct. They have to produce for the cars being made today and for the retrofits. And a number of manufacturers have been so dissatisfied with Takata that they've actually gone to the other guys. The other guys. So once again, when you get your notice, or if you haven't got a notice, go to your local dealer. Make sure that they're in the system, you're in the system, so they could contact you. Any recall is worth doing, no matter how minor. And if you go in a couple times a year, like for just regular checkups, they'll catch that stuff as it's going in for usually on their dealer systems. They'll take your,
as soon as they punch in your VIN and everything, they should have a list of what's recalling your vehicle.
But you should always ask too. The other big happening is thanks to our American cousins down south, and Thanksgiving, Turkey Day tomorrow, Black Friday. So seems like every manufacturer in Canada and dealers having some sort of sale. GM in particular is offering on most of their models 20% off of suggested list price if you pay cash, $0.84 if you finance, and Chrysler, Honda has deals. They're terrific deals out. If you want buying assistance, you could call the APA at 416-204-1444. We're there to help. We know what incentives are, and some really good deals out now.
Let me ask you a question. This is on the news a couple days ago. There's a woman had a Land Rover, and it was on one of the major news networks, and the engine seized. It was just bricked in her driveway. And they went through their records at the dealer and said, you've only 100,000 K on it, 3 oil changes had been done. And they opened it, and the goop there's hardly any in it, and it came out, and she was upset and angry because her very expensive vehicle was of no use, and they went, you've only done 3 oil changes, like that's what happens. And Land Rover came on and said, we'll suck up 60% of the $20,000 new engine cost that it's going to take to do this.
That's really good.
She didn't seem very happy from the vibe I could get, and I'm standing there yelling at my TV going, I can't believe they're willing to do that.
Wow.
That stuff matters. And when the dealer, when you buy especially a $100,000 vehicle or $80,000, when they call and say the oil has to be done every 5 or 10, it does.
That's correct.
Like, it does. Now,
well, each party has responsibility. The manufacturer, the dealer have to cover warranty, but the owner or operator of that vehicle has to do the prescribed service, and that includes specifically oil changes. And if they don't go to a dealership, they have to have bona fide receipts and records to show that.
So that's one of the cheapest, easiest things you can do to keep your car in good shape. And it matters. Like it'll
seize up
like that. So what happened to that engine because you didn't put oil in it? Like every
that engine seized as a result of having probably inadequate oil, thick oil. It damaged the oil pump. It clogged the passages. The car ran hot, and there's a component in it such as a rod.
Number of things happened through that engine. A number of things.
So that's why the entire engine. I
mean, yeah, most of the components are probably, worn, not serviceable. In order to keep that car at spec, I mean, they probably did a diagnostic on it and figured this is the best route to go. Yeah. And considering they're going to suck up 60% of that, that's very good of them.
Oh, that was pretty generous.
But it's, you know what, this is not uncommon.
No.
This phenomena started when cars became more reliable and more people leased. And they said, I'm keeping the car 24 or 36 months, so I won't do my maintenance.
Yeah.
But more and more manufacturers are offering like General Motors products, first 2 years of scheduled maintenance, so the oil changes are being done.
Yeah, they're going to want that customer to buy another Land Rover. So, I mean, if they have a good experience, it's just like the competition is very stiff these days.
But you do have to physically get it in there. You
I know it's a hassle, but you got to do it.
You can't download it over your computer, the oil change. A friend of mine, he had twin sisters who bought a car together, and they drove it until the oil ran out. It was a year, the two of them. They'd put gas in it when the gas went down, but that was it. They never touched it. And nobody thought, they were adults. They were 21 or 22. And I mean, I'm flabbergasted when I hear this story 10 years ago. I'm like, how can you think that's all you do is put gas in it and go?
And there's also a point where a lot of these cars, people think, well, a light will come on, an oil light, but an oil light sometimes only comes on for oil pressure. It doesn't come for the volume of oil in the engine.
Well, that can be confusing, actually. We've only got about a minute left, but some brands for a long time were saying, okay, the oil light will tell you when to change. It's an oil change light, so you wait till that light comes on.
Service light.
And I had a Montana, no comments. And I was waiting for this oil light. I thought, this will be fun. Like, I want to be told. And then they go, no, still get it in here every 5 and change it. Like, don't wait for the light. And I'm going, why does it have a light? So I thought it was a gimmick. And it kind of is. Like, you should be watching your mileage.
Well, some of them are better than others. BMW has a service reminder, which is good.
Yeah. There's a lot of different brands that have different reminders, but you should always know and be, mindful of when to bring it in.
I like that little sticker.
Yeah, that
tells me mileage, because the kids can see that. Like,
and tire pressure, too.
Yeah.
Low tire pressure and not good handling uses a lot more gas.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes, especially with tire pressure, if you're the only one who drives the car, you don't notice day to day to day when stuff's it's like brakes until you get in someone else's car and you hit them and go through the windshield and you go, man, you got touchy brakes. They get in yours and you have no brakes.
That's right.
So lots of sales going on. Lots of brands.
Yeah, we've been busy and we've been getting calls and really good deals. So somebody wants something under their Christmas tree early.
A car. John Raymond wants you to put a car under the Christmas tree.
Right. 416-204-1444.
I love it. Yeah. An entire car. Okay, that's good. Should people, when it says 084, like 0% financing, does that make sense? Just go to the dealer, cut the bank? Like,
well, actually, I did some quick calculations today.
20-second
Is if you took the cash or you took the 084, the 084 was better than taking the cash and going to your bank.
Oh, so just... So show up and 084. I still say that's insane. That's like, you're paying on it and
you
you're
get
so
this
sick of that
much
car.
for this little.
Yeah, and then you roll it into a new car, and that's exactly what they want you to do when you're underwater. So,
Okay. 7 years later.
The Lemonade Car Show, brought to you by OMVIC, Ontario's motor vehicle sales regulator, returns after this short break. When we come back, it's more Ask a Mechanic. If you have a question for our experts, please call us 800-968-7836.